In foreign movies, things like big fans are often seen standing on the beach or in the empty field. Do you know what the thing is? Why is such a big fan standing in the middle of the field? As a child, we used to make a fan out of palm leaves and run it with our hands to rotate it or hold it against a strong wind. Then the wind would blow in it and it would spin by itself. Are those wings from abroad just made to enhance the beauty, or is there any other purpose? Yes, these fans increase the beauty on the one hand, and on the other hand they are used to generate electricity. How will there be electricity from these again? Those who do not know what they are used for, or know that they are used for power generation, but do not know how electricity is generated. Today's video of actual world for them. Generating electricity using wind energy is not a new idea. The journey of this idea has started from the last century. Charles Francis Bruce built the first wind turbine in 1607, which was connected to a generator to generate electricity through a battery. In 1891, the Danish physicist and inventor Paul Lachauer tested the first wind turbine. At one time we saw people using sail in the river using wind power to travel to different places by boat. Entering the modern age, people think a lot about the multiple possibilities of wind. As a result, there is a time when wind speed is thought to generate electricity in a fancy way through energy. Now we need to know how electricity is generated with the help of wind. We know that the wind has an ability to work. We also know that fast winds can blow away anything in front of them. We can better understand that during storms. Now where there is no strong wind like a storm, the wind almost always blows at a certain speed. Windmills or special fans are placed in the exact same place. It is connected to the wind turbine. A wind turbine is a device that uses wind to generate electricity. This turbine works on a simple principle. When air passes through the wings of a turbine, the kinetic energy of the wind helps these wings to rotate. The rotor is attached to the wings. The rotor is activated by the rotation of the fan and the airflow and converts the kinetic energy of the wind into mechanical energy. As a result of the rotation of the fan, the motor connected to the fan starts rotating. The gearbox is attached to the motor. The function of the gearbox is to convert the speed of the rotating shaft to a higher speed. The shaft here refers to the motor rod with which the gearbox is fitted. The generator is right behind the gearbox. The job of the generator is to convert the kinetic energy of the gearbox into electricity. This is how wind turbines generate electricity, by exploiting the effects of wind. This generated electricity is then supplied to the customers through distribution lines. Friends, have a video on hydropower on my channel. You can watch it by clicking on this link above, or you can watch it from the screen at the end of this video. You can also see the link of the video will be given in the description for your convenience. The main and prerequisite for setting up a wind power plant is wind power feasibility assessment or wind resource assessment. The probability of a place being assessed by considering the nature of the wind movement over the last 10 years or the possible changes in the weather over the next 10 years. Towers, usually 100 feet or 30 meters or more in height, can take advantage of rapid rotation from the wind. There are different types of windmills in the world. These are divided into two major parts based on the axis of rotation of the windmill blades. One is the horizontal axis and the other is the vertical axis windmill. The horizontal axis or horizontal axis windmill is a turbine where the axis of rotation of the rotor is parallel to the ground and parallel to the wind direction. It is commonly seen. The vertical axis or vertical axis windmill is not very common, it is very round in shape. In this case, the blade is placed from top to bottom on a long axis, and the wind is tied to this blade and rotates the turbine along the long axis. There are some notable benefits of wind energy. First, it is a renewable energy. Secondly, it is environment friendly. Windmills do not produce carbon dioxide like other power generation methods, so there is no environmental pollution. Thirdly, although it costs a little more for initial installation, it costs less to maintain later, so in this case, power is available at a lower overall cost. Fourthly, it reduces space wastage. Moreover, its place is suitable for complete agricultural work. In this case, unlike other power plants, there is no need to waste hundreds of acres of agricultural land. So it is a green energy source. However, there are some disadvantages of wind power system. First, it cannot produce the same amount of electricity all the time. Second, it requires a large open area. Third, it is capable of producing comparatively less electricity. Electricity generated from wind turbines can be connected to a house, multi-story building, or to the national power grid for power distribution. This windmill can also be used individually on a small scale. Such windmills are used in rural homes in Europe and America. As a result, on the one hand, they do not have to wait for the main power line. On the other hand, the pressure on the national power distribution system is reduced.